So we got a lot of comics tonight, so not going to do a lot of time. I'm just going to go ahead and get the ball rolling. Our first comic coming up, he has been a regular here very much lately. We like him a lot, Mr. Ethan Lax.
Thank you very much, Brian, for that great introduction. Mr. Ethan Lax. Lax, 3 letters, L-A-X. Pretty simple, right?
Right.
Yeah. Let me tell you what a pain in the ass it is going through life with a name like Lax. First of all, does anybody know the 3-letter code for Los Angeles Airport?
Lax.
Lax, exactly right. And that is the reason that 17 pieces of my personalized luggage are still sitting on their goddamn runway. There is one good thing about my last name, however. My wife will never want a divorce. Come on, who wants to be an ex-Lax? Actually, I'm fairly new to stand-up comedy, as Brian mentioned. I've been doing this for a few months, and my wife is wondering, what's going on with me? She says, stand-up comedy, that's all you ever talk about. I said, look, I'm 46 years old. I'm obviously going through a midlife crisis. You have a choice. I can either go out and buy a Porsche that we can't afford, I can sleep with some 20-year-old bimbo, or I can stand on the stage and tell jokes. And she said, well, how often would I get to drive that Porsche? And I said, whenever the bimbo and I aren't using it. Oh boy, anybody making New Year's resolutions out there? Anybody? Show of applause, anybody? I usually don't, but I made one this year. I decided I was going to tone down the language in my act and try to be a clean comic. And I said, fuck that, I'd rather be funny. Everybody have a good Christmas? Good holiday season? Yeah. I had a wonderful time this year. I celebrate Hanukkah, being Jewish. You know, it's a great time of year, especially when you have kids. If you have kids, I'm sure you know, it's a lot more fun. And for Hanukkah, what we love most is the music. And we put all the great Hanukkah music on a CD for our kids. It starts out with, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, right? And then it moves on to the Adam Sandler classic, put on your yarmulke, here comes Hanukkah. Then it loops back to dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. I mean, come on, who knows a third Hanukkah song? I'm Jewish, and I don't even know a third Hanukkah song. I don't understand. I tell you though what, Adam Sandler, we're very grateful. Very grateful to Adam Sandler. Thanks to him now we at least have 2. Actually, we're grateful to Adam Sandler for more reasons than even that. He spiced up our holiday. I mean, it used to be all we did was light candles and give gifts. Now we get gin and tonica. We get marijuana. What do you guys get? Frankincense and myrrh. What the hell are you going to do with frankincense and myrrh? Oh boy, I'll tell you what, one thing you do have us beat on though is the holiday TV specials. They're great. They're great. I love them all, the Christmas specials. Rudolph and the Grinch, Frosty, I watch them every year. The only one I didn't watch this year was A Charlie Brown Christmas. It's not that I don't like A Charlie Brown Christmas, it's just that I wanted to watch the more modern, updated version this year. Like Charlie Sheen Christmas. I just think that Charlie Sheen is the right choice when you're looking to pick out a serious tree. I know I'd have to wait for a minute on that one, but I know you figured it out for me. Actually, also in entertainment news, I'm sure a lot of you have heard Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher decided to call it quits. Their divorce has been very amicable, though. Only 2 issues they needed to resolve. The first was child custody. And once Ashton could explain to the judge that he could care for himself, no problem. The second issue is that Demi wants exactly what Ashton has. 2.5 men. Well, you know, she's already had Bruce and Ashton. I think her date scheduled next week with Justin Bieber should meet the quota. Also in entertainment news, I guess it's kind of it's more product news. I read on the internet this week that a small toy company is coming out with a Steve Jobs action figure. Apple is suing them. They're not suing them because it's disrespectful. They're suing them because they're afraid that the action figure is going to come up with new ideas quicker than they can. Actually, what would you call this toy? The iDoll? I don't think that's a good name for it. It sounds too much like an inflatable doll. I mean, who wants to have in their mind an image of an inflatable Steve Jobs? Other than those 3 computer geeks back there who just came in their pants. So you hear me back there? No, I don't think so. Oh, yeah, you. Yeah, how are you? Hi, good to see you. Hey, peace, yeah. He's laughing. He doesn't know I just made fun of him. My wife told me I got a problem I got to fix immediately, so I took care of it. That's what good husbands do. I'm snoring again. Terrible problem. But I found a great way to fix it. I use those Breathe Right strips, you know, the things the athletes wear that goes on there on the nose, help open your nasal passages. They're awesome. I'm lucky though, they come in 3 sizes. small, large, and Jew. At least it fits, right? They're expensive. You ever tried to buy those things before? They're like $1 a piece. I mean, if I'm going to invest money into having a more pleasurable experience in bed, I want to come out of it with more than a Band-Aid. I mean, I want to need a full body cast. Hey, it was my job tonight to warm you up for everybody else. I hope I did, and have enjoyed the rest of the show. You got some real funny people coming up. I had a good time. New year, new fun, and I enjoyed performing for all you guys. Have a great night. Enjoy the show.